Welcome to our special show dedicated to you, the home buyer, with a single purpose to help you make an informed decision on your single biggest life investment, your home. I'm Manisha Natarajan, and joining me is Sameer Jasuja, founder of Prop Equity. Sameer, a very warm welcome to the show. My question, how will you make sure that we give the best options for every buyer today who calls in?
Manisha, we are the only company in India that generates demand-supply data of over 83,000 projects. And today, demand and supply is the only important parameter that is driving any micro-market in terms of appreciation.
All right, so get ready. And let's get down to the job of culling out the best deals for the home buyer. But before we get to the show, there's a piece of good news as well for home buyers. The Reserve Bank of India has cut repo rates or its key lending rate by 25 basis points to 6%, the lowest in 7 years or since November 2010. RBI Chief Urjit Patel, addressing the media, also said banks have scope for lowering lending rates further in some segments. Is home loan one of those? Joining me is Harsh Rungta, CEO of course, erstwhile CEO of apnapesa.com and currently harshrungta.com. Harsh, thank you so much for joining in. Let me know what your own gut feel is. 8.35% is what I see as the lowest rate. Very few banks or housing finance companies are offering it. Do you think it'll get cut by about, a very minor amount, or will they actually go down to sub 8% home loan rates?
Sub 8%, Manisha, is not something that we are going to see in a hurry, but very clearly it's a very, very competitive market. I think nationalized banks, private housing finance companies, all are together looking at the home loan market in an era where corporate borrowers either are not borrowing, the good ones are not borrowing, and to the others, the lenders may not want to lend. In such a situation, I think definitely there will be softening in interest rates in home loans as well.
Okay.
8.35, 8.4 is the current rate. We should see some softening. I would say 10, 20, 25 basis points softening over time. It may not happen overnight.
Not overnight. All right, let's see who takes the lead on that. Harsh, thank you very much for joining us. So you may see a softening of 10 to 25 basis point over the next 3 to 6 months, not immediately. Competition could, of course, work otherwise. Let's get back to the key focus of the show, culling out the best properties for you to buy. If you've got a question, you can write into us at home@nw18.com. Let's tell you which are the markets that we are going to be covering today. Top on the show today is, of course, Mr. Panchal's question. 65 lakh rupees is his budget, and Whitefield, Bengaluru is where he wants to buy. So if you're going to buy in Bengaluru or want to buy in Whitefield, keep your pen and paper ready. We also will answer Meena Hunt's question. 70 to 80 lakhs is her budget, and Navi Mumbai is her chosen market. In Pune, we'll take you to Karadi, and 75 lakh budget, Priya Panchal's question. We also have some other questions and other geographies covered. Thane is one of them. Let's tell you, in Thane, we will take a question of 1.2 to 1.3 crores. Well, that's literally luxury in Thane. And we also have a sell question today, or a hold or sell question by Vaibhav Singh. He wants to know whether he should hold or sell a couple of properties, not just one, but a couple of properties that he's holding on in Gurgaon. Always been a big investor market. But before we get to those questions, I think it's important, Sameer, that we explain to our viewers two special things that we are doing. One is the location rating and the other one is the supply rating. So let's start with location rating. Don't even think about it. If it's under 3, 4 to 6, average livability, 7 to 8, adequate infrastructure, and 9 to 10 will be superior living. So go ahead and explain that to us on how do you come up with those ratings.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, 4 key factors are being looked at in determining location rating: the current physical infrastructure, the future infrastructure that is coming up. It could be metro connectivity or a new expressway, the social infrastructure that is prevalent in the market at this point, And lastly, we have the most important factor, which is how close is it to the employment generation hub or zone of that area. These location ratings can change and improve or go down as time goes by, depending on the new infrastructure that is added on, or if the current infrastructure is not maintained, we could revise the rating downwards as well. Coming to the supply rating.
All right, let's go to supply, but I think Praveen's waiting on the phone line, so we will come to supply. Praveen, hi, go ahead. What's your question?
Hi, my name is Praveen. I want to purchase 2 BHK. I'm looking for 2 BHK in Whitefield under the budget of 65 lakh. And it would be either ready or going to get ready by this year.
By this year, 2017, ready to move in. I think that's where the market has moved, Samir. Everybody wants to buy a ready to move in or almost completed projects. So go ahead, Whitefield, what are the ratings that you've given it?
Well, we've given Whitefield a very good rating. It's a 7 because it's one of the most well-sustained micro markets of Bangalore. All kinds of social infrastructure is available over there, and proximity to the employment generation zones also exists because there are too many IT parks within Whitefield itself. Adequately supplied, this is one of the favorite micro markets of the IT professionals, both in the affordable and the mid-market segment. Keep in mind that this is not a luxury market at all. There are 3 projects.
All right, so let's first talk about the adequate supply, because we did promise our viewers we will talk about the supply rating. So adequately supplied means what? There is no excess inventory, right? There is inventory, but it's also got enough demand. Samir?
Absolutely. We've categorized the demand supply in 3 key parameters: undersupply, adequate supply, and oversupply. Oversupply is when you have a lot of supply available in the market and the offtake is limited. Adequate supply is when there is decent amount of supply in the market, both ready and under construction, but the offtake is also good enough for that supply to get exhausted in the near midterm. And lastly, we have undersupply, which is a parameter which is, as we understand by the word itself, limited supply in that area, and that area is going to go up in terms of price.
So price appreciation is most likely in areas which are undersupplied area.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get on with the Bengaluru Whitefield location rating, Samir.
A location rating 7 and adequately supplied micro market. The 3 projects that we have for you, and all 3 projects are getting ready in 2017 itself. Shilfata Sunflower by Maitri Developers. Then we have Amruta Heights by Amruta Shelters. And lastly, we have Mahavir Amaze by Mahavir Group. All these projects are quite well affordable. In fact, one project is under 4,000 rupees a square foot as well. And the best part is ready to move in projects within this year and brand new.
Brand new, ready to move in projects coming up on your site in a budget. There's the budget you have. Mahavir Amaze is one of the projects also recommended, and a quick look at the 3 projects you can buy into in the budget of 65 lakhs. Bengaluru Whitefield on your website. All right, on your screen. Okay, very quickly, the USPs of Whitefield, Samir. Why should you buy into that market? I mean, it is a self-sufficient market, very well established, right?
That's the main USP of the micro market, quite secondary in nature, and yet there are enough primary options to choose from, which makes it a very exciting micro market, as I mentioned, both from the affordable and the mid segment.
All right. Top 3 projects, Whitefield, Bengaluru covered, and let's now move on to our next question. We've got this email coming in from Praveen, right? All right. Here we have our next project. Praveen Hans. Yes, Praveen Hans actually writes in and says, Meena Hans. Meena Hans, I'm so sorry, Praveen, we've just answered. Meena Hans writes in and she wants to know her chosen location is Kharghar in Navi Mumbai, and budget, Samir, is 70 to 80 lakhs.
So, Manisha, Kharghar continues to be one of my favorite micro markets in Navi Mumbai. Multiple reasons for that. Only micro market in Navi Mumbai that probably has a 290-acre green central park. In addition to that, it has an 18-hole golf course, and one of the very few micro markets in MMR region which has metro connectivity. that's why it scores well over many micro markets across MMR region or Mumbai region. It gets a rating of 7.5, and the only reason it misses a 8.5 is the social infrastructure is yet to catch up in a big way over there. It is there, but limited. Adequately supplied micro market, again, combination of ready-to-move-in properties and under construction, and price points still continue to be very affordable, and one of the few micro markets that has seen some appreciation also over the last 3 to 4 years. 3 projects that we would like to highlight over here are Elite Grandeur by Elite Group. This is Sector 10 Kharghar. Then we have Samamya by Adhiraj Construction, Sector 37 Kharghar. And lastly, we have RS Exotica by RS Builders and Developers. This is Sector 34 Kharghar.
All right, so let's bring you a quick summary of the top 3 projects that you can buy in Kharghar in a budget of 70 to 80 lakh rupees. There's Elite Grandeur, there's Samayama and RS Exotica. Samir, you like this Kharghar market. I think you've given it a very decent location rating. What's going for it as a USP?
Manisha, metro connectivity, one of the most important key factors in any micro market in Mumbai especially. In addition to that, enough greenery, which is rare to find in Mumbai. 298-acre Central Park, 18-hole golf course. There is a reasonably decent amount of social infrastructure, although I said it still needs to catch up in a big way. It has a good, decent branded developers operating out of there as well, which is a big plus.
Wow, you've actually said Navi Mumbai's top residential location. So that's Kharghar for you, and some very, very smart projects to buy into. Our next query is from Priya, and she has tweeted to us that she's planning to buy a home in Kharadi, Pune, and her budget is 75 lakhs.
So, Manisha, Kharadi is a micro market which has also become quite prominent with respect to becoming an IT destination, really. It's not the most prominent one, but yet there are about 55,000 professionals already working in Kharadi. And Eon Tech Park, which is like a signature tech park, I would say literally of India, happens to be in Kharadi. And that's why the location rating 6.5. Primarily losing some marks because of the social infrastructure not being there compared to the employment generation and the other infrastructure. Supply rating continues to be adequate supply because this is where a lot of developers have come in and acquired land banks and have been constantly launching project after project over there because there was good enough demand also in this region.
There's still over 2,000 units available here, yes. 2,308.
Because
Isn't that too large?
Started,
Isn't that too large for this market, Samir?
Yes, it is large, but this is a very well absorbed micro market in its peak as well. So there is genuine end user demand in this micro market, which is why we call this adequately supplied.
Okay.
It's not a dead market at all. In fact, a very exciting one. 3 projects to choose from are Gera Song of Joy by Gera Developers. Then we have Ganga Platino by Goel Ganga Development. And lastly, we have Piti Courtyard by Piti Group. These projects are under construction. That's why there's enough amount of supply available to choose from. Projects mostly getting ready in 2018 and one is getting ready in 2019 as well.
All right, so let me also tell you what the location USP is. I think Samir's already told you a little bit about it. Established IT hub in Pune. That's Kharadi, Pune for you. And here is a summary of what you can buy in 75 lakhs. Which data says are some of the best buys in this market? Gera Song of Joy, Ganga Platino, and Piti Courtyard. Well, if you've got a question on buying or selling real estate, buying, of course, whether you're buying for end use or investment, write into us. We'll tell you whether it's worth just for you to buy, to live into, or actually you can buy it as an investment. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we've got some more questions on Thane and Gurgaon markets, so stay tuned.